What's good, y'all? Thank you so much for coming back and checking me out yet again, Mother Effa. I'm back. And as you see by the title, it's about to get Mother Effing deep. Okay, we're going to stop pacifying our feelings, our emotions, for the sake of embarrassment, for the sake of proving the other right, for the sake of right is wrong, wrong is right, for the sake of giving somebody the upper hand. We're going to stop pacifying our emotions because we're trying to appear to be this big bad wolf that deep down inside we got some issues that we need to deal with. You know what I mean? So I want to confront those issues with you guys today. If you've been following a bit of my journey this year, and I told you guys I would get deep, I just didn't know how deep. But give and take the situation of me coming out of a recent breakup back in 2019. I left that in 2019, okay? You feel me? Period. I decided to explore my breakup and to really dive deep within this breakup so that it becomes a journey, because breaking up is a journey. You know what I mean? It's something that you go through. Excuse me, I had just had some bacon before I shot this video, so excuse me. But breaking up is a journey that you are going through more than your hair. Okay, your natural hair care routine, more than a lock journey, as you see on my channel. Breaking up is part of spirituality. It's a part of rediscovering yourself and rebuilding yourself from something that has possibly broke you down to your knees. You know what I mean? Luckily, that did not occur this time around, but I have been there. So I want to touch the surface of that, you know, because I had conversations with other people that have been in the same predicament I am in. So I decided to entitle this mini-series within my mini-series, my breakup journey, Dear Woman Who Helped My Man Cheat. Okay, there's so many different avenues that we can explore, but I want to start from the beginning, the hurting part. You know what I mean? I'm going to be a little transparent and share some details with you guys, but not give you too much, but a little bit, just so you know a little bit. You feel me? You know how I do. Okay. And if you have some wine, sip your wine. I don't smoke, but if you smoke, puff on your Dutch, because I know smokers aren't necessarily drinkers, whatever the case may be. But I got my wine here, and I'm just ready to explore this avenue with you guys. Okay, so diving deep, I'm not going to cut any corners that are necessary, okay? Dear Woman Who Helped My Man Cheat. So this is basically if you can communicate with a woman that caused a lot of spiraling events to occur, what would you say to her? What would you do? You know what I mean? There's so many times I've been confronted with this issue on multiple times. Now, recently, within our last breakup, I cannot attest to any cheating. Okay, there wasn't any cheating as far as I know that was occurring. But we have been dealing with each other on and off for the past 16 years, and there was plenty of cheating involved. None of which really stung until we got serious, and I was pregnant with my daughter, our first child together, my oldest daughter. And there was this woman, you know, I just don't care for too much. And the reason why I don't care for her is because she is the woman that helped my man cheat. You know, I feel like a lot of women have a lot of insecurities within themselves, and they can't accept who they are. So, you know, they are threatened, and, you know, they're willing to do anything to get what they want at the expense of harming a family, breaking a heart, or whatever, be have you. I know a lot of times people say, well, that's not your friend, so you shouldn't care what other blah, 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 blah. But I do want to make a point that it is something that us women should be careful of. And I'm only saying that because I have to cross those barriers because it was done to me. So I felt it was okay to do it to somebody else because it was done to me. And there was a woman that was in the picture that, you know, was boldly and proudly being a sideline chick within my past relationship. And I confronted her because I seen some alarming text messages or whatever. Let's just state this. I'm not the type to go through phones or whatever the case may be. And I had plenty of opportunities to do that and discover probably more than I have. But this particular evening, something in my spirit was just jumping out and just was telling me to check it. Mind you, this is back years ago. It's about 9 years ago, okay, to be exact. So I seen a text message of her begging, like she's text messaging him numerous of times, just begging for him to come and be with her, spend time with her. Oh, I got your mom to watch the kids. Like, it was just a lot of begging going on. So you're begging to be a side chick at this point. And I reached out to her, asked her straight up, like, is my man cheating on me? And she defended him by saying, no, he's not. It's all me. And at that point, why are women loyal to the man that makes them a side chick? You know what I mean? So she accepted being the side chick, but then in a turn of events became the victim. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do a series of Dear Women who helped my man cheat, because there's so many different barriers that I can cross because of this journey that I have been within, and the experiences and encounters that I have had with just one particular woman who I feel that she is victimized at this point. And it's like, how do you change from being a sideline hoe to the victim? You know what I mean? The shoes were reversed. I left him, because he became unbearable to deal with, straight up. I had no idea of cheating going on. As a fact, I just knew that something wasn't right. The way he was treating me was disrespectful and I needed to go. Kind of what happened the last time. You feel me? And when I left, I ended up discovering he had a baby. He had just had a baby. And I learned about this baby 2 weeks after was it after I left him? No. 2 weeks after the baby was born. I didn't know anything about this baby. I didn't know about her pregnancy, none of which or anything of the nature. I mean, we had fiery words towards each other. She threw out she was pregnant. It just went over my head like, okay, why are you telling me that? You know what I mean? And it just was what it was. But I found out after 2 weeks after the baby was born that he had another baby on me. And I'm like, it all makes sense. He was pushing me away because he couldn't be honest with me. You know what I mean? So at this point, we were already not together. We were already broken up or whatever the case may be. And I guess somewhere down the line, they decided to try and work on their relationship. But she dealt with a lot of infidelity. But it's like, what you get, what you accept is what you're going to get. So be careful what you ask for. How you go into the relationship is what you're going to get out of it. She went into the relationship being a willing participant to be a sideline hoe. Point blank, period. And what she got out of it was everything that she deserved. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Now, I held no bitterness towards her. I have a genuine heart. I didn't like the girl because I more so didn't like the girl because the girl was fake. She's one of those fake Christians that like to paint this picture that she's holier than thou, that she's a good girl, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, she's a hoe. She's a sideline hoe. Outside of my baby dad, she's a hoe. You know what I mean? She tried to paint this picture that she's just goody two-shoe girl. Helped destroy my family. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of times we can go into this and say that if he was loyal to you, then he would have been there. But let's look at it on a real scale. A lot of men are weak. You know what I mean? And when I say she was begging for him, she was begging for him. She was doing what she can to get him. And because she was okay being a sideline hoe, and she called him at a vulnerable time. We were going through it. You know what I mean? He was willing to be a participant. Now, I don't excuse his behavior at all. He already got the wrath of that forever. Okay? He got the wrath of that. But she decided to play victim now that the tables have turned, and she got literally what she signed up for. So this video isn't really about to call her out like, ha ha, blah, blah, blah. This video really is to focus on what as women really genuinely are feeling when we are faced with these issues. You know what I mean? Being faced with infidelity on any level, whether you're married, separated, divorced, or in a domestic relationship or partnership, you know what I mean? Dealing with cheating on any level, it hurts. You know what I mean? It hurts when you literally gave your all to this person. You know what I mean? So not only do you blame them, you know, you also blame the other person, male or female. And a lot of times everyone's favorite line is, I don't owe any loyalty to her, or I don't owe any loyalty to him. That ain't my man's, or we ain't even gonna go there because I know a lot of men that wouldn't even be loyal, okay? But that's what people say to justify like their actions, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, there is a family that is being divided because of this. And I'm only able to speak on this because I've been through it on both sides, okay? Where I felt that because it was done to me, it was okay to do it to somebody else. Not that I went cherry picking for it, but it was literally like, okay, well, it's okay because this is life and it happened to me, so it must be normal. You know, I still haven't dealt with the healing process from that. And that's part of the reason why I want to do this video, because a lot of us go through these outbreaks with significant others that we have been devoted to, and that has caused us so much turmoil and cheating and pain, and we become the victim, and then we become the victimizer, and now we're doing it to somebody else because it's what's normal in our hood, and it's not normal, you know what I mean? And I think that it would be more adult. I think more adults, more grown women should be able to come and confess the pain that they have caused their family rather than trying to be the victim. You know what I mean? So a lot of times you'll see somebody, personally for me, I'm not even going to talk for anybody else. What has transpired after that was me beefing with her friends, her family, you feel me? Me beefing with him, you know, whether we're in co-parenting or whatever the situation may be, because now they together and he's scared to be with my daughter off the sake of her because she doesn't want him near me or communicating with me because she knows how he really feels about me and vice versa. So it turned out to be this spiraling, you know, snowball effect where it caused more and more damage even after we are not dealing with this man. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, the man is doing what he want to do, but we have broken hearts that has been affected. And I had a conversation with one of my sisters, and you know, she has went through infidelity as well, and now the person is trying to reach out to her. You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, maybe she's trying to find her way to apologize. Like, could that be a possibility? And that was something that she explored as well. Like, so I feel like when it comes to infidelity of any sort on any level, the woman that has caused the pain at some point should reach out to apologize if you have access. You know, should reach out to apologize to the other woman for causing the pain. I truly believe in karma. I truly believe in what goes around comes around. I have this thing with law of attraction versus you reap what you sow. So we're going to go with you reap what you sow. What you put out into the world, the seeds that you plant, They are going to blossom, okay? And you need to be careful about how they develop. And I feel like, you know, if you don't try to right your wrongs, you're going to always suffer from it. You know what I mean? I can't say I have always been an angel. I have not. If I had the opportunity to reach out to people that I have caused pain, I would, without a shadow of a doubt. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I feel like we need to stop playing victim to those who we harmed. Okay, regardless of what your justification was. Oh, I don't owe her any loyalty. That's not my people's, this, that, and the third. Because that never stopped anybody who you did owe loyalty to. Okay? At the end of the day, I feel like when it comes to women, we should have a level of girl code. You know what I mean? A level of respect to where we just don't harm somebody else. You know what I mean? In the situation that I was in, like, her family feeling some type of way about me for whatever she told them. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, I was minding my business, being with my man, and she was begging to be the side chick. You know what I mean? And that's where the real beef began. You know what I mean? Like, I would have never even paid this chick any attention. She ain't nobody special to me. You know what I mean? She ain't on my level. I'm not on her level. We on completely different levels regardless of where they fall. It's not my place to do the measurements. You feel me? It's just, she's not my cup of tea. To me, she's too fake of a person for me to even be cool with, even though I have tried in the past for the sake of our children, you know, because they are siblings. But I wasn't disrespectful unless I was disrespected. And I felt like I was getting disrespected on numerous levels. So misconstrued and caught up, rather than the person taking accountability and saying, look, I am genuinely trying to live my life for Christ. I know I have an ought against you. You know what I mean? And I know that you have an ought against me. And I know I caused this ought. And I know if I want to be right with God, I need to face you in the eye and say, I am sorry. Because being cheated on runs very, very, very deep. You know what I mean? And I just say, like, I feel as though I was spared. You know what I mean? Because I can't honestly say that if I did end up marrying my ex, I would have never been cheated on again. You feel me? And I know so many relationships, couples that are married, okay, that have cheated and introduced so many penises and vaginas into their marriages. And they say, because we're together, oh, we got 13 years, we got 7 years, we got whatever years you got together, you know what I mean, that, oh, we're still standing strong. Standing strong is having a marriage that does not have any infidelity going on. And I know in this day and age, it kind of gives us like, is that even possible? You know what I mean? It gives us that because of where we are in this society. But I feel like if we really deal with the people that are causing us pain and we start normalizing faithful relationships, start putting people that are faithful sideline hoes on the platform, because I've had friends that were faithful sideline. I can't even say sideline hoes because they weren't a hoe. You know what I mean? They wasn't a faithful sideline hoe. They was just a faithful sideline. There are females that play the sideline role and be faithful and committed to that just to get the butt end of the stick. I have had friends that have been there. You feel me? So like, this topic is going to get deep. I have to finalize it. This is something that just came to me this morning, and that's why I'm doing this video. You know, just to introduce to you and spark that interest in your brain to get you thinking wherever you stand on the aspect, okay? A lot of YouTubers, they're married and they pretend to have this perfect relationship. A lot of people from the town that I know, ooh, especially the town from where I'm from, they like to have this perfect relationship and publicize their pitiful marriage, right? But put it on a platform so high because at the end of the day, he comes home to me. At the end of the day, that's not what I want. You know, there was no structured, formulated. I just needed to get this video out. I need to get this message out. I need to let you guys know what is on my mind and where we're going with this. Point blank period. So I will be back with a very much so formulated, formatted, structural video on this series. Dear woman who helped my man cheat. Dear woman, I am sorry for helping your man cheat. And the question that lies beneath, did God join us together? Bye. Peace and love. Love and harmony.